My name's Michael Render. They call me Killer Mike. And this is Conversate. I just want to conversate. I just want to conversate, which I want to convert. Conversate.
About to, man.
Shit. That nigga up with those skull cap and shades on. I don't know what
Oh,
that nigga
shit.
is.
This is my attire.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't get it, but
What's up? Welcome to Conversate. Welcome to another week. What are we finally over 10 shows, right, guys? We're 17 shows, and we're still together. A lot of your relationships can't say that. So this is me, Michael Render, better known as Killer Mike. To my left, it is
Mr. Big Bear from College Park.
and to the right is
Dr. Cutmaster Swiff.
we have man, two of my personal heroes, man, my OGs in the house. I'm gonna let them, man, do they full, but they have been responsible for groups such as Outkast, man, Goodie Mob, TLC. What was the other huge one? Was it
In Vogue.
In Vogue, man. That was you guys have made music history from the 90s into the 2000s, and you're known as Organized Noize and
Yes, sir.
Pat Ray and Sleep, man. It's just well, Pat is Sleep, but
What's
you
up,
guys are 2/3 of the Organized Noize production group, which is also posthumously, Rico Wade, man, the leader
sir.
of the game,
Rest in
man.
peace, brother. Yes,
And,
sir.
so I just want to get right to it, man. Y'all gave
The smoke.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, you ain't
This is
you
what
ain't know what
happens
smoke
when
is
you
so
get
deal.
dragons from
You
the
got the
dungeon.
deal.
y'all,
You
man.
get
We
smoked.
have to have one college partner in here, man. He
I mean,
always,
you know what I'm saying?
God bless his soul, man.
We like college.
He don't want to see Southwest do it. Hey, but listen, y'all gave Atlanta a sound, like a real sound. Before y'all, we was the Little Brothers of Miami, so we had our version of Booty Shake. Before y'all, the kid groups, shouts out to Dallas and Jermaine, had popped them off. Even the girl groups and y'all personal friends, TLC, what they were able to do from take it from the Atlanta skating rinks to pop. But you guys gave Atlanta a true rap sound. Man, what brought y'all to it with Outkast and with Goodie Mob? Because they sounds were dramatically different than anything else out there, but they didn't sound like each other either,
I think it was just like being three producers. You have three different styles. You know what I'm saying? So with the first album with Outkast, that was more like our version. I don't want to say our version of the Chronic, but kind of, because we wanted to call out or make brothers from Atlanta feel proud to say College Park, East Point, Decatur, call out your spot. So it was more about making a movement.
I'd like to let y'all know them places are all
What?
love Atlanta.
What happened?
We ain't gonna keep no controversy going. We just going. What we say now? Yeah, Atlanta.
What we said?
What I missed?
Come
What I missed?
You missed every neighborhood in Atlanta. You ain't say Summer Hill, Peoplestown, Adamville.
Hold on.
You ain't say Cobb, Homeboy,
Hold on. Before you
You
even.
said East Point, College Park, Decatur.
That's right. Because
Yeah, like, what about us? We from the city.
Them
No,
other
no,
little
no.
sub-cities didn't even...
Wait.
Go
Because
ahead.
Atlanta's already Atlanta.
No. Atlanta wasn't nothing.
For
Atlanta
sure.
was an idea.
Hold on, man. How you gonna handle this?
I'm
like that,
telling
right?
you, Atlanta was an idea. When I pull up drum machine, when I pull up keyboards and records, niggas is hollering LA, niggas is hollering Compton.
Kilo
Niggas
Ali
is
was
hollering,
not hollering no LA, no
niggas
Compton.
is hollering Brooklyn,
Kilo
niggas is
Ali
hollering
was
all the
just
rest of that
talking
shit.
about born home in
We
Atlanta.
started hollering
Well, there you
Atlanta
have it.
and East Point
That was it.
and SWAT,
Y'all can't say.
which made that shit something.
So
First of all,
Kilo didn't do it first.
hold on.
Yeah, Kilo
That
did
ain't
it
what we
first,
said.
but
You
it
gotta
ain't.
get the sound zone 3.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's fine.
that
There's
might
nothing
only
wrong.
been the
shit
shit
We wanted all of Atlanta, all of
There it
Georgia
is, there it
to
is.
be proud. We wanted to call out all of it. Not,
That's right.
We knew that our artists would call out certain spots.
Why
But
y'all
on
let
that
Killer
first
fuck
album,
with y'all?
because that's good. I gotta put energy with energy. He throwing his energy at me. I gotta throw it back. So I'm letting him know that it was.
He done fucked around and made Yoda man.
I'm hot.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you, man. I'm just talking shit, man.
Yoda said, goddamn, Atlanta wasn't shit.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't that it wasn't
Oh,
shit.
man.
It just no disrespect
Can we
to
start
JD.
over?
No, we ain't gonna start
we good,
over.
we good. This
We
is- this
did
is
start
show, man.
over.
We
We
just talk.
reset this
We just
motherfucker when we set it off. That's what we did. Now you can now holler Adamsville. I went to Adamsville. I played baseball.
Yeah,
over there.
shouts out to
You can holler that. West End, you can holler all that shit. East Point, you know what I mean? East Side, you can holler all
You
that.
know what? If it weren't, I was talking to DJ Paul a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "Wow, it was when the controversy popped up about where did Crunk start, Memphis, Atlanta, and stuff." I had chimed in like, hey, they been getting buck in Memphis, so we got out,
Absolutely.
definitely out of there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I said then Atlanta took it and cleaned it up, made it college. So the kids who stayed in the hood, it was Tommy Wright the Third, it was 3 6 Mafia,
That right?
It was that, and then the kids who went off the Lil Jon sound kind of meshed it with almost a fraternal and sorority like, and it made it even bigger. And then it went to drill, of course, involved. But what Paul was saying was like, he was like, fuck that. Niggas in Atlanta need to focus on recreating and expanding the organized noise sound. He had so much praise and adoration for y'all. And Paul, with him and Juice, they helped define a sound out of that mid-South region. But man, he is in such, and I think a lot of producers are, just an adoration to y'all and what y'all did in terms of a movie.
Salute Paul on
Well,
that.
it was because
that. Salute that. Salute
Yes,
that.
sir.
It's funny that you say that
Uh-huh.
because I always thought of crunk music really as a slower version of bass music.
that's what I thought too. I thought
To be honest with you,
it's in there too. It's in there too.
Like, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
no,
saying?
that
But
part
it
is
is
all
right
it
though.
is.
It is very fresh.
You able to, I guess, articulate your raps a little better because the beat's slower,
Yeah.
but like the energy
was
totally bass shit.
Yeah.
No,
It's just slow.
Nah, it was
Talking
because
about
LaJon was doing what Luke was doing.
The crunk
Exactly.
shit.
Well, he
doing
was
the
doing that
exact
by way
same.
lyrically, but
Lyrically.
the
That's what I mean.
beats and the
I mean, this record's even before that. Like
Like
Born
what?
Threat, like Mr. Crew was
That
kind
boy-
of like,
shouts
that's
out to
what I'm
Mr.
saying.
Crew,
Like,
man.
this song was before Lil Jon. That's
Where
what I'm
is
saying.
Cool at, man? But y'all but bringing it back to organize, all that other shit aside, the legend that I always heard was that you guys were, so your father's in Brick, is in a band. So you grew up around music.
I grew up
You-
backstage.
I heard that you
And
guys had been,
Band-Aids.
And Band-Aids.
I heard y'all
Lot of
had got,
Band-Aids.
I heard y'all got mentored by Curtis Mayfield himself, or at least advised by Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah.
So how does that go?
Well, what happened was when we did Players Ball, of course, Curtis heard it, and we were getting ready to work on Curtis' last album before he passed.
Right.
And I'm sitting there waiting on him, and I'm super nervous because this is my first time really meeting him. So they bring him in and everything, and the first words he said, he was like, Sleepy, I really like what you did with Outkast.
No. How you do it?
Oh, his voice.
How you do it?
He said, Sleepy, I really like what you're doing with the Outkast, that Players Ball, keep doing it, man. And I sat there, I was just like, oh my God, this man just gave me the blessing to sing his shit. Are you
Come
kidding
on,
me?
man.
So it was more special that way.
When you
That's kinda-
say his shit, what do you mean by that?
his style.
His style. Okay.
The whole first
Absolutely.
Outkast shit was Curtis. It was Boosie. It was
And that first
Ohio Play. It was
and that
it
first
was
Outkast album was
Oh,
really
shit.
like the real catalyst behind that album, as much as it's organized
Wait a
noise.
minute. Go ahead.
It was really Sleepy idea. Because Sleepy had, before we even had the first Outkast album, Southern Playalistic, is more of, like, he's the OG. They kids, they young. They want to be MCs. They are MCs. They know how to rap. They got their own styles and everything. But being at LaFace, coming off of Savvy, we learned how to make records as opposed to just do hood shit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever we thought was just our diehards would like with Savvy. So when we got to making this album, Sleepy had half the hooks in
Because
his
the ideas
mind.
and shit.
Yeah, so it was like making the music so that these cats could be young with this kind of thought process. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, for instance, like Isaac Hayes has hyperballistic.
Yeah, I got it.
You feel me? It's a long title. It gave us the idea and the concept of describing our shit or what we was trying to do.
Right.
So what's the thing we describing? What's the South? The Southern Cadillacs.
And y'all define in making Atlanta and all
Just
joke
bringing
telling
in an
leg comes to
identity.
sign. But you guys, like I remember talking to Paul just about this one time. Like Willie Hutch gave Memphis a sound. to
Hell
pull
yeah.
from, right?
Yes, sir.
And then you look at what they were able to do, say with the Isley Brothers sound in Texas.
Yep.
Every Southern state kind of uses soul or funk in its own way. Dre,
Right.
of course, with what they did with Parliament.
Right.
You guys, because I was a Curtis fan. My mother, when she was 16, she had me. So I grew up that Curtis was big. She was one of her favorite artists. So you guys evolved Curtis sound into something beautiful. And I'd like to see it grow more. Shit, I aspire toward it, which is why on Down by Law, we use, not only Rico and interest, but the Curtis beat. What could Atlanta learn from you guys? Like, in terms of, because we gonna burn ourselves down like a phoenix and rise back out the ashes. What could we learn this go round from returning to stuff that's inspired by a Curtis or inspired by live instrumentation or inspired by
George Clinton or whatever.
yes sir.
I'm gonna let you.
Man, you answer that first.
But hold on.
Because even from the vocal standpoint, I would argue that that Curtis influences you, influences Pharrell, influences until this day, whether it be the Tylers or the Kendricks.
Hold on, before we skip that far back, what's Savvy?
Oh, Pebbles. That was Pebbles' label.
So who was signed to Savvy first?
PA.
PA.
Parental
Yeah,
advisory.
advisory.
So, I understand. So when you saying coming out of the Savvy,
That was like okay, so when we came into the music industry, Sleepy and them had a group, I had a group. We dissolved these groups and become organized Noize and put our energies into something.
What was the name of your groups?
The U-Boys was the
U-Boys.
singing group. It's like a
It was like
pre-Jodeci.
Jodeci boys.
And what was yours?
6 Cents. My shit was like some Dirty South.
Dirty South Public Enemy.
With a little bit of Fugees.
Yeah.
Pre-Fugees. Because none of this shit existed.
shout out to author of this book, Troy Gordon, who was a member of your group.
Troy? Oh, Troy wrote that book? That's
Troy wrote
crazy.
this book.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations,
That's
Troy.
Yeah.
All right.
If we find out you get paid to do that nigga and then Swift ain't get no
I'm
money,
gonna give you your
we
cut.
gonna beat
If
you
I
up,
get
Troy.
paid, I'm gonna give you your cut.
Hold on, I gotta go back to something real funny. Sleepy gonna remember this shit so well.
Sorry.
Back to the Curtis Mayfield thing. You was saying how he gave you the blessing, right?
Right.
But let's talk about who didn't give you the. Well,
I knew you for the time. I knew you for the time.
Who didn't?
Who did?
So
You gotta tell the story.
No, what happened was
When we was in New York.
we was in New York and we were doing the album store. The big album store in New York.
Was it Sam Ash or somebody like that? Or?
Somewhere like that. And Force MDs walks up. The two of the members of Force MDs walk up. So they talk to me and Swift. We like, yeah, man, what's going on? And we just have a cool little conversation. And next thing you know, the dude was like, yeah, man, so let me ask you something. How does it feel to know that you been our style? And
He actually said like he's like, hey, what's up, Sleepy Brown, man? Oh man, I fuck with you. I like what you're doing, man. Sound good. I like what you're doing, the way you took our style and shit. Me and Sleepy looked at each other like,
I was like,
what?
y'all style. I was like,
Force MD.
yeah, but I get what he's saying, but
Absolutely.
no, bro, I got it from Curtis, my dog. That's
So I'm swallow nigga.
not
that's Force MD.
Force MD was the small ones with the S curl, right?
Yeah,
Send
the love out of
Okay. They had some smashes.
I like Force MD. It
Me
wasn't
too.
a problem,
Saying
but
like him.
that was such a crazy statement to say to me.
And I feel like your shit ain't none of that shit.
None of that shit, but I felt what he was saying as far as the
New York
falsetto.
soul.
And singing the high notes.
New
I
York
get
soul.
that,
Yeah.
but I was like, bro, nah, like
Miss
But
Sleepy was like,
it's really Chicago soul, because Chicago got that vibe, really. But New York did have that soul vibe.
But it's so y'all purposely put soul music, because if you listen to Outkast as an MC, if you listen to them, you listen to a hip hop act. Like
Right.
they was rhyming, slick patterns, ins
All
and
day.
outs. Yeah, but you guys put it under a soul palette versus a boom bap or even jazz boom bap palette.
well,
How important is soul music to Atlanta?
in Atlanta, first of all, you got to shout out Cameo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
SOS
and
too.
of course Brick, and of course SOS. But just because of those three, you get three different vibes. You know what I'm saying? SOS, you get like a 80s, 808 kind of funk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But still, it's old now. But when we was kids, that was the new thing.
right.
All right. The old thing when we was kids was James Brown and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Or Brick at that point. You feel me? But then you flash forward, what was still relevant was Cameo.
Yeah.
Which is something that
Word
had
up.
lived from
Word up.
early on to then. You know what I mean? So
Day.
that kind of fusion, that's what Atlanta is, a fusion space. You know what I'm saying? It's a crossroads.
So it's
That's our
dope you
vibe.
say that, Ray, because people tend to start, like I tease what people say, what is Atlanta, ain't Atlanta. I've always seen Atlanta, because my grandparents both migrated here from the Deep South. I've always seen Atlanta as a place where everybody can come that's black.
Right.
And give
Right.
something to
Right.
the city.
That's
like
why
I
we
know
came.
a nigga from Cleveland.
Right.
If that nigga would have grew up in Cleveland, he'd be serving meat sandwiches right now.
Absolutely.
That
Wouldn't-
nigga just went in the Rock and Roll
Might
Hall
not
of
be
Fame.
no future.
Hey, hello, Swift.
Hello, Swift.
Right.
So but you're not born in Atlanta.
No, and my parents came to Atlanta
His
when we were
grandparents
children.
gonna make it in the
just
every
because-
interview, ain't it?
We wanted that future. They wanted a future for
Willie
a
Earl,
Negro.
Willie.
So, Atlanta being progressive, looking at it from Deep South, and my parents, from the North and the South. My mother's from Lowndes County, Alabama. That's down there with the Black Panthers.
Yeah,
and shit.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like real crackers and real slave type shit to
Yeah.
a nigga from the city who go there for the country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like crazy. But we definitely came to Atlanta for a better chance. And shit, with CNN and Ted Turner, man, that's everything, man.
Seemed to work out, didn't it?
Hey.
And you was born in City Sleep? Or you?
I was born in Savannah.
Savannah, so
Yeah,
okay.
But my dad wanted to come to Atlanta to get a record deal.
Okay.
So we bought
Your dad's born and raised in. He's
from Savannah. Yeah, he's from Savannah. So my dad back in those days, he was like a because he like was kind of popular as a kid.
Yeah.
He had his own band or whatever. Blah blah blah. So he wanted a record deal. So he moved us to Atlanta, and he was working on Campbellton Road. He was playing at Marco's and all them spots. And that's where SOS Band met. That's where Brick met. Campbellton Road is actually where all the funk bands met, because that was the area.
Yeah,
that was
That's what black people party.
Mr. V's, all that shit. The bands were really popular there. So that was the whole thing.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
So when you say he came to Atlanta to get a record deal, was there at that time? Was that the thing? You could come to Atlanta and get discovered? Yeah,
Atlanta was a more opportunity. Savannah was cool, but not like Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
And we're talking about the 70s.
Yes. Or even like when he moved us there, I was, like 73 when he moved us there. So,
So
he
Atlanta
knew.
been cracking.
Boy, yeah. Atlanta
They've been working on cracking. They've been working on cracking.
Been working on cracking.
It had a scene. It definitely had a scene. Definitely that.
Like I say, I think it started with Jackson, right?
Maynard.
Yes.
No,
sir.
it didn't start with Maynard.
Yeah.
No.
Because no. Because looking at it from the outside, see, I wasn't born. My brother was born at Grady.
Yeah.
My baby brother, Enrico, might have been born at Grady. Or some shit, you know what I'm saying? But from the outside, at the time, that shit
76,
different.
77.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That shit was different.
No, but Maynard was 73. What I'm saying,
It
it started with
73.
Maynard.
He was a
For
mayor
our-
in 73?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's when he
He's
got
the-
elected.
yeah,
But that's our, generation. I was born in 75, but Maynard's grandfather was already called the mayor of Auburn and Edgewood. That Royal Peacock. My
Okay, so
grandfather
that's
saw
what you mean by what you're saying.
cracking. Yes,
Well,
okay.
yeah,
okay.
we can't see that from
Right.
from afar. You only see opportunity of a Negro getting elected in an up and coming place.
But Negroes been in Atlanta. Negroes have
of
been
course,
had.
of course.
But you're saying it based on Auburn Avenue.
Yep, Auburn,
based
all
in
the Auburn,
what was that little
and on
small
Hunter Street,
Hunter Street,
and
and
all
that
of that.
small club that was still on
Royal Peacock.
The Royal Peacock,
is where
right.
my grandfather saw fucking
Right.
Little Richard and James Brown.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You think I saw X playing there?
Yeah.
Right.
And
That's where
James
everybody
Brown was
was.
from Augusta,
Yeah,
correct?
I do remember Campbell Road jumping like that. Like,
My mom was born out there.
70s, late 70s, 80s.
And that lead into why Atlanta is such when we finally came through.
Yeah.
When Dallas came through, when Jermaine came through,
Yeah.
when all of this happened, because it had such a vibrant underground entertainment thing going on. It
Yeah.
just didn't have an outlet. I remember the talent shows used to be the shit when we was in high school.
Yeah, they was bigger. They was bigger.
Everybody who was anybody that would be somebody there.
In that shit.
They all become somebody
it'd be
later on.
funny.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you're right. Because certain schools, like I think Columbia really had the best talent show.
Columbia High School.
That was the one, like I danced and guessed, and that was the main one that we knew. It used to be Maze.
So
Maze
that's
was
how you
really
know
the
all
hype
them
one that-
steps? Because you was in guest?
Huh?
You
Guess.
were in guest?
Yeah.
Guess
That's
is-
how you know how to do all that?
You gotta tell what
man.
guess is though.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
don't
you gotta know what
Alright,
guess is.
so okay, at the
Because
time.
Because a lot of our listeners and viewers are not from Atlanta, and they are actually learning
Yeah.
Atlanta
about.
culture.
We're the only podcast that is actually talking about our culture because we're from here.
Right.
Okay. Well, it started
Well,
like
technically, you're from Alabama.
That's right.
Yeah.
Technically, he is too.
ATL is.
From Atlanta, really?
The other eight.
ATL is.
Yeah,
That's what
it takes
ATL
us all.
is.
It
That's
takes
what
us
it is. That's what it is. Come on, Finwood.
Oh, so it started. Well, it started in like the 10th grade. At a town show, I saw FDC, which were like the forefathers.
Fresh Dance Crew.
Yes, well the
You got to
forefathers.
describe the environment.
Was they before Hot Grits
Did
No
you
Ends?
give
Go
me a
sleep?
chance? Huh?
No,
When they
Hot
before Hot
Grits.
Grits and
That
No
was
Ends?
no.
No, Hot Grits No Ends was first, but they weren't
That's
yeeking.
early.
I'm talking about the yeet
Right,
coach.
right,
Yes.
Was the first time when I saw FDC at Thera High, and when me and Ted saw how the girls were going, absolutely. Because I'm gonna tell you what it was. FDC was basically a male strip group Like some male strippers for high
Sex
school.
symbol. They was the
Sex
male
symbol as
sex
fuck.
In high school.
And they
They
knew how
were
to
older
In high
niggas,
school.
okay?
Mr.
These
Knockdown.
niggas, like the youngest
Real
one, the
shit,
youngest
real
one,
shit.
the
Hold on,
youngest one.
Before we tread into the Atlanta slander of them niggas being sassy, let me give you this.
No.
No, that's where we're going. That's
I'll tell you about the whole
I'm just giving them break the fourth wall. Let me break the fourth wall.
All right, go ahead.
Atlanta has a rich tradition of dancing. Not only pop, locking, and ticking and b-boying, but our own form of dance called yeeking, where essentially you would take 4 steps, you would strip your shoulders, and it would end in
That
a
shit was
grand
for the
little yeek.
hoes. Wasn't for the
It was
niggas.
for the hoes.
It was for the hoes.
So it was not for the
Get that
niggas,
shit
but
confused.
he was a member of one of the greatest groups ever to come out of this scene called Guess. They set a standard. I'll digress, so y'all won't go
let's
back
hear
to
the
calling
rest of the
Atlanta
story.
sassy.
Okay, well now, see, the reason why I said they were like that because, you know, they would do dance steps. At this time, they would do dance steps, but then break down and go on the ground and start hunching the floor. That's what it was, and the girls were going fucking nuts. And plus, the way they came out, they put so much energy into the intros.
It was showmanship. It was showmanship.
The intros was sick. The curtain opened up, they on the floor with goddamn sleeping bags, and then for some
It's a
D's come
whole
on.
show.
Here I lay all alone. They
That's why
toss
you
and
have-
turn girls with nuts.
Yeah,
So
That's
I
why
look.
you stole this stuff.
That's why I said, that's why you was biting. That's why that nigga was, hey, Swift, that's why that boy was swag
Hey man, I'm gone, man.
That boy,
Fuck this
that boy was
podcast,
swag
man.
swipe, force him deep, so he
So
can watch
look.
the flow.
So look, me and Ted.
FTC is Divine Stevens, Rod Nicholson,
Yeah, and-
all the boys from Lakeshore, College Park
Them
area.
boys were like the creators of
And
a
French
whole,
Demand,
yes,
And
of a
Divine
whole
Stevens
style.
went on
Divine,
to choreograph for people like Puff,
yeah,
Lopez.
man, he did all kind of shit.
Okay.
So once me and Ted learned to dance from JJ, because JJ knew them and knew how to dance. like
Outlaw.
them.
We talking about Outlaw. Right?
Outlaw. JJ Outlaw taught me and Ted how to do yeet. He taught us that whole style.
And
of dance.
skate too,
Which
right?
is skating is a combination of skating, motherfucking marching band moves, which is basically they were doing like drum major moves. So when they do all this right here, that's what the drum majors used to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that came from them. It was like a whole movement of a
Wow.
culture. So FDC used to hang out with the majorettes and shit after school and
Girls,
just fuck with
once
girls.
again.
Of course, all the girls, and then take shit, kind of learn shit, put it to some like shit, and then it pop into a whole fucking style.
And this grew into a culture,
A whole
a culture
culture,
of
yes.
not only dancing, but
Dress code.
talent shows.
Yeah,
dress
because you know it was
codes.
all prep shit. You
Yes.
know, niggas wearing Tretons and
And
tennis
the-
sweaters.
What about the hair though?
No, the head. No, we had
Had to have the hair.
Rico, now
Yeah,
this
that's-
brings us into Rico because Rico
Yeah.
talked about wearing the hair.
Rico
talked about
the hair.
So
Yeah.
the kids in Atlanta were just like black kids everywhere. They took elements of white culture, what was popular, and they put an urban twist on it. So preps came out of that. Ralph Lauren came out of that. Certain kids would go preppier than others. You had the polka dot and wave with the Kanye.
Well, it was Polo back then. It wasn't Ralph Lauren.
Well, look.
It was Polo. It was Polo and Chaps. But yeah, it was.
Listen, hey,
Hold on. Let me. The hairstyle.
That's what I'm talking about.
Post Rodney O and Joe
I was just
Cooley.
about to say
When
that.
Rodney O and Joe
Yep.
Cooley
Yep.
album cover came out, it was Bigger Wave.
Yeah.
They was like my favorite group.
But they were kind of late.
Yeah.
They were late compared to what we was
No,
doing.
that's
in
so
Atlanta.
But that shit was so Florida though. Understand.
Yeah, it
That
really
shit was
came
so-
from Florida.
That shit was so Florida.
The first time I
Detroit.
saw it, was with
for us,
FDC.
it's
I
Florida.
saw them doing hairstyles, and I was like,
Why they got
Put a
girl
year
hair?
on it.
It
Put
might
a
have
year
been
on
Detroit.
it if you can.
86.
yep.
It might have
85,
been
86.
Detroit. It might have been
You know what I'm
Detroit.
saying? I think it might be
85,
some Detroit
86.
shit too.
I was like,
86
why
was the
these
first time I
niggas
saw
got
them.
girl
Yeah,
hair?
86.
Boy, that's what I used to say, bro.
I'm
That's what I
talking
used
for
to
real.
say.
That was
Straight
my
up.
thought. Like, why these niggas got girl hair? But the girl
But
was
it
going
was
crazy.
it was you
Well,
know what? It
it
went from
went
the
on
girls
Jerry
liking
Curl
it.
anyway, right?
It went from the girls liking it to like just the dudes just doing it because they think the girls like it, but the
Pimps.
girls that kind of moved
Yeah,
on.
but it was really borrowed from the 60s and the 50s.
That's exactly what it was.
like a
It was
comp.
called
It was
comp.
like a comp.
Exactly. George
Yeah.
Clay used to goddamn
For
do
sure.
hell.
Yeah, but then they
1000%.
started conking it up with the ponytail. Like it was two
Yeah,
styles.
it was
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah,
It's hard.
To me, man, the more ghetto it got, the worse. Like the
Boy,
deeper it
hey,
got,
man, dudes
the
were getting
deeper it got in the
bombed, bro.
projects, the
Like,
more
they
the
had-
wild
yeah.
it got.
Niggas had their hair over their eye like this, nigga.
Meaning the products wasn't and the service wasn't as great.
Yeah.
Whoever was
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah,
Who
yeah.
did your hair? Who did your hair?
Oh,
Now, that's the thing,
Marie Davis did my hair, and I'm gonna tell you what's really funny. It used to be these two guys.
That's
What were the brothers'
that's what I'm
names?
trying to say.
Zach and damn, I can't remember the other name. Zach and Tony. Was it Tony? They actually had their mama had a beauty shop down in the basement, and she wasn't doing hair no more. So them two took over, motherfucker, and was doing niggas' favorite
Exactly,
ways.
Tony. We want y'all on the show. We want y'all.
He one of the best dancers out of the city. Used to do the fuck out of here. Chris Chapman.
Oh, Chris.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
Chris was with
Chris was crazy.
used to hang-
Obsession. Obsession. He was with
light
Obsession.
skinned dude, brown skin.
So in this era too, so while I'm a little nappy head, want to be underground hip hop rapper, in this era, if you could dance or if you had entertaining shows, you was getting a girl.
So you
absolutely. That's what it was
couldn't
about.
dance, nor did you have a hair.
No, I could dance. That's why I didn't skate. Yeah, and I never came
I
to strippers.
gotta say, I got a nice popularity from high school just because I was there.
Yeah, I had to be able to do a move. You couldn't go outside. You can do a move.
I need to see it.
I had a
I know
move
you
in
can
me.
spin now. I know
Yeah,
you
you
can
seen
spin.
that on the Hall of Fame.
Hey man, and it's funny, man. We used to like. I remember one time Zanard and Ron
Zanar Brownlee.
Brownlee and Ronald Williams had stole this lady credit card. And them two went to Lenox Mall. This is when they used to have stadium stuff. Remember that stuff?
I
Stadium.
remember stadium stuff.
They went down there. And them
Yeah.
people believed them that they were their mama card and let them boys came on my house with them pull
Them
out
the 80s.
silk. Authentic pull out silk.
yeah, you put.
Boy,
Oh, man.
they walked out, they threw them in the air.
So
I was
let
like,
me
man,
tell you
how y'all
something,
get this
Sleep.
shit?
Let me tell you something. I'll show you a picture right now. Me and Zanar was in the same dance group in our 8th grade year.
Y'all just
And
gonna
we
keep pushing
won
me. Y'all just gonna keep pushing
A
me live.
2-day talent show. I'll show you the picture.
That
You
shit ain't
call
the-
Zanar
Cal.
right now. He
Somebody
gonna say
Cal.
we was in a group called Space Invaders.
Yeah,
Oh, y'all popping.
Yeah,
Yeah, we was in a bunch.
Yeah,
and
this
we was
ain't
at
384.
Robotron. We had a group called
Yeah.
Robotron.
Cal.
I gotta
See?
get off this line.
Yeah, I know
Name
you
is
telling the
similar.
truth. Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
get off this line ass podcast talking about him as a nerd.
Yeah, we won. We won too.
Then to say y'all
They
won
won
and
two.
shit.
They won 2 nights.
And then you talking about y'all won.
Come on, now I ain't
Yeah,
never
we
told no
won.
kind of lie. I just played basketball with camera and dollar.
I mean, the nigga from Alabama,
Push your shirt off.
New
Yeah,
York, and
yeah.
goddamn
They made me
West
take
Coast
the
at the
shirt
same
off.
time.
That was at the summer
He
camp.
in 3 places at one time.
Yeah,
God
Connecticut, Alabama, Atlanta.
and Compton.
Oh God.
Oh man,
Oh,
hey man, when
man.
y'all know y'all had something special, man? Like,
Oh man, when we first, you know what? I knew we were gonna have something special when I first met Ray, because I knew once Ray got on the team, nothing could stop us.
so was
because
you and Reek and Mon all cool and met Ray last, or what?
it was
who
me
met
and
who
Reek.
first?
Me and Reek had a production team called Underworld. That was the name of our first little production team. So
And Sleepy was the main producer.
I was the main producer.
He was the main
And
producer.
we were all
'cause-
working at Joe
Yeah.
Cohn's house. He had a studio. His mom was
Gene Cohn.
Gene Cohn's son. He had a studio in the little part of the house. So I would be over there working. And then one day he told me Ray was gonna come by and just do something right quick. So don't mind. He's gonna come and do something. I said, all
I
right, cool.
just moved into this neighborhood.
Yeah. So he comes around. He walks in the house. He say, "What's up?" He goes in. He takes a disc out. He throws it in. And I'm having a problem with this keyboard because I can't figure it out. So I'm pissed off. Ray coming in just bam. When he hit that motherfucker, I was just like, and I was just standing there staring at him like,
Ray, what you
because it
do?
just sounded like Bomb Squad, bro.
Right.
It was like just all these dope ass sounds. I was amazed. I was just
Ray,
blown
yeah,
away.
everything sampled up, right?
Man, look. So when he walked out, I'm still standing there stunned, like, who the fuck did I just meet? So Joe comes back. I was like, man, who the fuck was that again? He said, man, that was Ray. That was Ray. So I ran to Rico and said, Reek, we gotta get this guy, bro. I said, we get Ray, we out of here. Cause Ray was way more advanced in hip hop than we ever were.
And technical as fuck.
Yeah, technical as fuck. And he taught me so much about samples that I didn't know. Because I thought back then that the producer was actually producing these records. Didn't know it was a sample from James Brown. Didn't know it was a groove from Blackbirds. Didn't know this was, you know what I'm saying? So I'm learning all this shit. Cause he used to walk around with the like an old professor's bag. And the motherfucker was filled with tapes of all the shit he was sampling. I mean, the bag was filled like this. He had so many tapes in the motherfucker. So, you know, I learned a lot from him, and I just knew once he got on the team, I knew we were gonna be right.
What made you even think you needed a team? Was that just something that you had heard?
Well,
Production team?
I wasn't even thinking that at first, but when I heard him, I was like,
Like I said, we had groups.
Yeah, we had
both
groups. So
the mutual link was Joseph Kahn.
Yeah, it was Joe.
So what made me join
when I heard
them,
him-
what made me stop my group and say that they were the shit, because that's what happened. Also, they wrote a song. They had a song that they had written as a, they're a dance group, singing group, like Jodeci mixed with Boys to Men.
Yeah.
because it was hardcore. You know, niggas dancing hardcore and shit, but they singing some real songs. So the niggas was good songwriters. The niggas wrote a song called Tonight. When I heard the song, the demo of it was like, it's okay. You know, a nigga been trying to write music, nigga trying to do hip hop shit and all the rest of this shit. When I heard this song, I said, man, that's a motherfucking hit record, dog. Like, that's what a hit record sound like. And I see it before it's a hit.
You hear it and everything.
Right? And I hear it and I say, damn, I fuck with y'all. I think that y'all are more promising than me. You feel me? Because I see, I in my group, I was writing the lyrics. Me and Gip, I taught Gip how to rap. You know what I mean? And he sat at my doorstep one day and was like, yo, what are you doing? Teach me how to do that.
Damn, I ain't know that.
You feel me? And I wrote all the raps, taught him how to rhyme in his voice, and then I made all the music. It was a lot to do in my group. I'm doing everything. Right. I'm making everything, doing everything, gotta shoot the video, learn how to edit the video on the tape, doing all this shit. You dig what I'm saying? And it was a lot to do. So when we got to a place where that group fell apart, it was like, what is the future? I'm older than everybody else. You feel me? So I'm out of school at this time. And this shit like, nigga, you either finna go in the army or you finna do something else. And I don't sell dope.
What year is this, like 88, 89 maybe?
It's like 89. And I just said, you know what? Y'all group is really promising. I fuck with y'all. I think that y'all just need some things to help y'all be the shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So I spend all my energy on fucking with the U-Boys, making they shit better.
Plus they were entertainers already too and shit.
Well, just they have been performing. We've been performing too now. We performed with Sammy Sam before Sammy Sam. When Sammy Sam first came out, we did a show. The nigga was hosting a talent show at Lakewood at the
Old Theater.
Yeah.
I was there.
And we was performing and I thought we killed it. Then this nigga got up on stage and freestyled and won. Started joning niggas in the crowd and just, you know, we had rhymes and shit. And man, that shit was like, God damn.
That song Tonight ended up being
Escapes.
On Escape's first album.
On Escape's first album.
Wow.
That right.
That was the same song?
That's the same song.
Let me ask y'all something. Why y'all never hated on each other? Like, I fought with that for like.
Oh, I hate this nigga all the time.
Yeah, we always say so.
But we get over it.
Yeah, we get over it. You know, we all gonna have problems sometimes.
Y'all ain't never did no sucker shit like really go on.
No, you know what? I could.
Like I call niggas.
It was, you know what? It was a time where it was a really bad moment. We're especially with me and Reek.
Oh, okay.
And no matter what, I just felt like I wasn't gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? So even though me and him wasn't speaking, and this was around the time that we were doing the soundtrack for Set It Off, and we had Doppler lockdown. We were doing stuff over there. Even though me and him wasn't even speaking, I walk right in the studio, play the bass line, go right to the club after. Or I go in there, play something else, go right to the club after. You know what I'm saying? Because I just felt like, okay, we ain't speaking, but that don't mean
right.
I don't fuck with you, my nigga. We got a company, but we gonna keep it working. But
you play the bass?
I can play bass, but I don't play like that.
But you were playing.
But I play more keys, and
okay.
You know, I was playing like the bass lines and stuff like that.
So you're bigger than the group.
Yeah, I always, no matter what, bro, I always was gonna stay with this.
You know what's the coolest shit about it for me? Like a lot of people, you know, I'm trying to think of how to say this safe. If people want to accuse me trying to catch them on.
He gonna lie.
Go on and say it.
All right, so niggas was fucking strippers around this time. Everybody was fucking strippers. Everybody had a girlfriend at 20 club. Niggas was fucking strippers.
Say it.
Of course, but people.
Man, go and finish, man.
No, I was a rookie. I didn't know nothing about this life. I was introduced to this life through y'all.
Shut up.
Yeah, I didn't have. But
in the sleep, he lie all the time.
What I found out in the strip clubs was the girls was pulling for niggas to stay united. Like Atlanta dancers are the what they call the aristocrats. They like unofficial diplomats, and white women who could get a room full of anybody together. Right, and then they'll say, "Hey, I want you to meet my friend, and this is what they do." And the next thing you know, you're on the news, and Giant Fonda's on there introducing you to the person who built this skyscraper. Atlanta dancers are like that, and I can remember when different funks happen within the family. Without, they'll be like, "Man, you got to get them boys together, man, because this shit ain't right." I'm just saying, man, we need. So there's always been a sense of the bigger unity mattered more.
What club was this?
This was Strokers and this was the Gentleman's Club, and it was the Flame.
Oh,
I went to
definitely
Please.
Gentleman's
I lived in
Club.
Please 3-4 times.
Yeah,
Didn't nobody go to the kind of clubs. The kind of clubs you were going to, people died. Like, didn't nobody want to be in no Zone 3 ass clubs. This nigga Pleasers look like a bar. And I remember we used to have niggas there in the daytime. They were like, yeah, it's gonna be $10. Like, man, you don't get your crippled ass the fuck out my way. Then niggas be staring, you want to push his ass down. Ain't nobody paying to get Pleasers. Nah, that wasn't Montreal. That was Pleasers with an old white man with a half neck.
It ain't Johnny.
Johnny got a half. What's up, Johnny? Half neck ass nigga. Acting like he didn't know a nigga was real. Well, God bless him wherever he at.
Talking about the man.
Him and Mr. Goddamn. What was the white man across from the the federal pen? What was it? It wasn't Ross. What was the other one? Charlie wasn't hitting no shit. Racist motherfucker. Yeah, man. Charlie wasn't hitting no
irregular Levi's you can find.
Nigga go in there and get some Levi's, some dick, and this motherfucker behind there with a shotgun like you want to rob him for his $87 he made that day.
But why you not going back?
But back to some Atlanta strip scene. The whole Atlanta wanted y'all. So thank God you did. But beyond that, y'all never hated on nobody else. Y'all never hated on Dallas. Y'all never hated on Jermaine. Y'all.
We actually got our first job from Jermaine, which was Escape.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Baby and Kids. We did.
What make y'all different though from other cities? Like I see other cities where black people are the minority, but they competing in business and almost in a nasty way.
We all grew up together, man.
But we grew up together, but it's always competing. Trust it's always competition, but it's friendly competition because we all know each other. Like
is there an Atlanta way? Like you hear Atlanta politicians talk about that. Like there's an Atlanta way. Andy Young talk with music. Is there an Atlanta way that's kept? Because even if you look at the Thug and
niggas build with each other. Niggas don't really like. It really ain't been until like until the gang shit really get to Atlanta that you have where you have reasons to really not fuck with somebody because they from Decatur and you from College Park. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's A-Town up. You know what I mean? So even now with the young cats, more the young cats are more associating with each other. They're trying to do more of that kind of shit as opposed to just build by themselves. I don't know if that's some Atlanta shit. Maybe it's because, you know what I'm saying, we played sports together.
Yeah. It feels a little different here. I'll say that. And that ain't to say better or worse, but it feels a little different.
It's different.
I was mentioning Thug, but to see him and Lucci be able to sit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll work shit out here.
Yeah, I think it provides a certain example past the music to say as black people, this is something, Atlanta's given a lot of credit with a lot of things, but I think that's one thing we haven't been accredited for. But from a music standpoint, y'all already set a good example for us for how to be gentlemen.
Can y'all circle back on, you said Jermaine gave y'all first opportunity?
Yeah. He gave us a job. He was doing Baby and Kids, the cartoon movie. And we ended up hooking up with him, and we worked with him for a little while. That's how we ended up getting the
Baby and Kids.
the cartoon.
When did y'all meet? When did you meet? Do you remember meeting Jermaine, or do you remember meeting?
Me and Jermaine grew up backstage because Jermaine's dad was Brick Sound Man, Michael Martin.
Wow.
So I remember Jermaine when he was doing the Michael Jackson, when he was popping. His dad, Michael Martin, was destined to make Jermaine a star because back then he had the glossies, and he always would promote Jermaine, like no matter what. So I knew Jermaine was gonna blow up. He was destined.
What about Dallas? When did you guys meet Dallas?
I met Dallas at the skating ring.
Which one?
Jelly Bean.
Okay, I'm just like the world don't know. Let me explain that question for you, because even though we're talking and we know, the people listening have no idea. But he talks so fast sometimes you had to bring shit back so they can get the details.
Why you had to hit me? I deserve to get hit out of Dallas part. Let's add to the Dallas part.
Go ahead.
This is why Dallas is important. Dallas, when all of us were watching the music industry, the entertainment industry do what they do, some people came out of our midst. You know what I mean? One of them is DJ Toon. DJ Toon getting over there with Sade, getting on the record. You see him, you know this cat. I know about him. Right. You know what I mean? We old as hell. No. We talking about bigger than the city. Like, because Raheem is a hometown hero.
I'm saying with Raheem first, though.
Raheem is a hometown hero. That's why he was given that. You know what I mean? It wasn't the same as Sade.
It wasn't.
You know what I mean? That's a record that I don't care where you from. We love that song. And who that? That's the DJ, damn. And that's like, damn, that's my nigga. Went to high school with him. Yeah. You know what I mean? Then you see the same thing with Dallas. But Dallas gets with Joyce Irby. and does this Mr. DJ.
Hey, Mr. DJ.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's a nigga you know.
Like 88.
Damn,
that
this
might have
nigga
been
did a
88,
song
89.
with somebody that's this shit done came out. They playing this shit on the radio.
For real,
this
for real,
young
came
kid
out.
was
So
like,
it make niggas say, you know what? We can do this shit if we can find the right in and out. You know what I mean? We can do it. And then LaFace come, land, bam.
That's when LaFace came to Atlanta.
It made it
That's
really
when the
real.
doors opened up because
Shit like Hollywood.
you know all we had was Ichiban.
It's
Right.
And they were dirty.
Yeah.
They were
John
dirty.
Abbey and Nina Abbey,
Yeah,
right?
And you had a lot of
dirty.
talented
Ron,
people
I can't
who
remember
really
Ron's
just didn't
last
have
name.
a chance.
Yeah.
You had more
Ron.
talent than you had opportunity.
Yeah, it was way
Harvey
more.
and Straight Jackets. And
Yeah, that was all Jermaine though. That was
That
all
was
Jermaine
What
camp.
else on the Itchy
Javier.
Ball?
Yeah, but that was all Jermaine
That
camp.
was-
That was all Jermaine
He had to
camp.
deal with it.
And
That's what he had to do.
Javier was the son of. Do you know who Javier's father was?
I don't.
Who?
Javier's father is the man who stood at the front door at the Club 112 and decided whether you got in or not. Lonnie.
Holy shit.
Did you know that? You
I
remember
didn't know.
Lonnie?
Yeah, I remember
You remember
Lonnie.
Lonnie at that? That's like my play uncle.
That's crazy.
That's his father, yeah.
That's man, see how shit out.
Javier and the Straight Jackets.
Yeah, because he was like an LL Cool J. That's
Yes, he
what
was.
Jermaine was
Yes,
making
he
like
was.
that.
They had
Yeah,
them over there, MC Breed.
yeah, Breed. Breed was a dope.
The big
you remember
blues dude.
hey, Tupac had, you remember they had a window.
They had a
As
lot of
the-
shit over
wall.
there, man. Like,
Man, they didn't get Tupac his money, but Tupac threw that shit
Let me
right
ask
through.
y'all something. Did y'all ever come to Fat Tuesdays on Old National?
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
We was
Yeah.
performing
In the
all
pool
the
hall?
time.
Really?
Yeah.
Was Fat Through the Old Frozen, right?
It was the Fat Tuesday first, and then it
That's what I'm
turned
saying.
into.
But you'll be surprised how many times we were probably around each other and just didn't realize. You know what I mean? That's how I go.
I never forget seeing you. I was hating a little bit. I never forget seeing
what he
you
does.
come down Old National in a red drop
you
top.
talking about those days?
Red drop top SL.
Yeah, they
I'm
were
talking
fire.
about you went straight to the bank,
Bank of
Nations
America.
Bank or CNS.
Yeah, it was
might have
Nation
been
Bank first.
Nations
Yeah,
Bank.
there it is. That was
And
fire.
you were so bougie coming
I
out of
was,
Fayetteville.
bro. I was. The top was bad. The rim was shining, baby.
Yeah,
The
like
candy was red,
Yeah,
and
like
the interior was peanut butter.
Peanut
You couldn't
butter.
tell me nothing. And
Did you have a lot of hoes?
yeah, I had a lot of hoes. You damn right. I had a red fucking drop top fucking Benz, baby.
Do you have a lot of hoes now?
No. Hey man, let me tell you something. Brown done slow down, baby.
Just a moderate amount of hoes.
Yeah, just a moderate amount. Hey, Brown done slow down, baby. Brown can't be riding doing it like that no more. But man, Brown can't do too much for you now. He gonna get the job done. He gonna go home and sleep.
Oh man.
So the niggas treat you different though, like when they felt like you got on?
But hell yeah, everybody treats you. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. It was only me and Tony Mercedes that had them drop top Benz. We were the only two. The only two. The only two
Boy.
in Atlanta. So both of us, you just
Tony
see us
Mercedes,
with
man.
man. We
If your name
man,
Tony Mercedes, though, you got it.
you
You
got
got
it.
it. And he did. And he
Yeah.
did.
Boy.
But we were the only two dudes with
We
them
got Tony
cars.
Mercedes,
So at
Tony
that
Montana,
time, bro,
goddamn.
at that time, man.
But this Sleepy Brown, you gotta understand, he has to establish his he has to let the world see who the player Sleepy
Atlanta was
Brown
on some
is.
player shit though. It was on some
Yeah,
like
always.
even if you look
So
at
it's
Pimp
real.
Squad,
It's not
Click was a
though-
Clicks night.
Yeah.
Atlanta was heavily pimp and player influence.
Oh,
Like you
absolutely.
lived up to every soulful word. Man. Like you was a player, man. Niggas seen you, boy. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even think you liked muscle cars at that time.
You know what? I didn't like nothing but Cadillacs.
Come on,
just,
man.
Just Lincolns. I love a big car. That's just
Player
what I was
shit.
into. I wanted to float.
So how did Charles Willis? What was your relationship
Okay.
with Charles Willis?
Charles Willis on Lamonte's at Movie Town where Rico and Moan worked at Movie Town and Rico worked at Lamonte's. So that's when I first met Reek. And Charles, basically, man, he was just the money man, bro. And he ended up buying that club on Washington Road.
That plaza.
The Plaza, excuse me. He
The
bought
entire plaza.
the entire plaza, made the nightclub that night, and that's where the youth boys
Vegas
used.
Nights or
Yep.
Club Vegas or something
Yeah,
like that.
we used to perform there. So, you know.
Jamie Foxx
this is
performed.
what
Jamie
Jamie
Foxx
Foxx,
performed
yeah.
there.
What year?
Yeah.
This was
91,
91.
91.
Yep.
91.
Yep. Yep. So
34
God
years.
bless Charles, man. He helped us a lot, man.
Charles
He-
Black guy?
Do you understand the significance of booking Jamie Foxx?
I know, man.
Maybe
yeah.
his first time in Atlanta.
Yeah.
In this small, maybe 400, 300 room, venue, and he
On
just kicked it. And they Charles and them used to book Harold Melvin in the Blue Notes too.
Well, that felt like a big club back then too, though.
It did. It was nice.
you went there?
It was nice.
It was super nice too, wasn't it?
Yeah, Charles snapped on that, man. He was a
Talking
good
big
dude.
guys, right? We get off freeway to the right.
Yeah.
Washington Road.
Yeah, I've had
he was a good
earrings
dude.
and things, a
Yeah,
barbershop,
earrings and things.
all that shit. I spent a
you
lot of
remember all
time
that.
in there. Shout out
Yes,
to
sir.
Ike and Mike as well.
Absolutely, shout out to Ike and
Savannah
Mike,
boys.
man. Yeah, man, those were my heroes, bro. Because like when we were trying to come up, they were doing it. So, they had the house, the hoes, the ladies.
You said it's 91?
Yeah, and they was going to Vegas in linen suits. And
Yeah, they
all
was
to see
no
the
joke,
fight.
man. Them boys was some playboy, man.
The funny thing about that, as they doing Harold Melvin, Blue Notes, Manhattan, all that shit, Sharon Showcase got everybody coming for fucking free because they had to come there. We getting the Albie Shores, we getting the Jodeci's. That's how I met Dallas at Sharon Showcase.
You met Dallas at Sharon.
With Jodeci and Boys and Men all the same night. And they booed the fuck out of Jodeci. Doing Forever My Lady.
They booed Jodeci.
Nobody never heard of some Boys and Men.
Yeah,
Had
they first
Motown
time.
Philly out, right?
That's probably right.
And I'm telling you, and I thought it was crazy. I knew the song because I was in the record pool.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the crowd like, these motherfuckers signed it. They
Dino's
signed
$1 million record.
$1 million. I'm like, they signed a motherfucking MCA or whatever. Like,
They just didn't know
this is what I'm saying. I already had the record. I'm saying they gonna do the record thing. They gonna have a video come out like any other group.
Sleepy's getting a call from some hoes.
Yeah, you still got that red.
Hey, man, you heard that strap ass ringer he got? You know that ain't his first phone.
Oh man.
But to show you how crazy Atlanta was on the whole, going back to the culture, because at this time the bass shit is hot as fuck. Yeah. All they want to see is stripping type shit, dancing type shit. Yeah. But they knew Boys to Men, some Motown Philly, and maybe a couple of slow songs was bubbling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who the nigga was in the Ferrari though, because they came in the van. It was a nigga in a yellow Ferrari, and that was Dallas. And on my first time,
and that probably was JoJo.
Yeah, probably JoJo. Yeah.
They booed. Listen, this shit was so crazy.
But they ain't know the record yet. That's how.
The record yet.
And Motown Philly was a dance record. It was an up record. So they come out there doing that slow shit.
About 2-3 weeks later,
they was on
that shit charted, came in about number 20 something. I was like, and videos and shit started coming out. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
What would be if I was describing to a younger Atlanta cat like, man, something they need to chase? What would be the epitome of an organized noise sound? What song would?
Songs?
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, well, give me some. Give me a 3. Give me a trifecta.
Oh, Cell Therapy is one.
Cell Therapy is one.
That's undoable.
Yeah.
Well, you want to do it, you got to.
Can't wait.
Get it to the band.
Can't wait. Oh shit.
Yeah, that track was sick. Shout out to Shawty B, man, playing bass on that.
And then it would be a mix between, because I can't give you 3.
Give me 5. Give me 5.
Okay. In Vogue, because that's totally shows our dynamic, how we can go left to right.
Yeah, it was huge too.
Right?
Yeah, they felt huge.
Waterfalls not necessarily, because
come a little closer to the mic.
Waterfalls not necessarily. You said Cell Therapy. You said
Can't Wait.
Can't Wait. We say In Vogue.
Right? Let go.
Blackberry.
Oh, Blackberry Molasses.
Yeah, because they exist in different places. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, I don't know, maybe So Fresh, So Clean, maybe.
Man,
because
No Dirty South.
Well, the other ones are so like dynamic.
Different.
I know, but
that's what I mean. We got so many, but I'm thinking about
the
diversity.
Beam.
You know what I mean?
Beam was nasty. I remember being on that video set. I remember being at.
I remember Ray when Ray was working on that beat, because we had just finished the album and everything. And it blew up, and the Outkast had a sound with that kind of like funky pimp kind of shit. And I walked in the studio, Ray doing that beat, and I said, "What's that for?" He was like, "Oh, that's for Outkast, Benzo Beam." I said, "For real? You think they should go there like that?" He said, "Hell yeah, it's time. Take this shit on. Let's get hard. Yeah, we need to get hard on these niggas."
Oh, you know what? One is one that probably the world don't know, that motherfucking Roaches and Rat. I got to get that original version. Stop playing with me, bro.
Roaches and Rats.
Yeah,
that's a bad motherfucker.
Blackberry Molasses, man, is a sound I like.
But I'm thinking about songs that define like things. and times and eras.
I love
and
Black
them motherfuckers define shit. Like, you know what I mean? And that's our shit.
It's right.
Of course, my fault. The well, no, that's it.
In their prime, which artists would you like to do 75 to 90 days in the studio with, create a project in their prime?
In their prime.
Yeah, in their prime.
You
like
asked
any artist or like
any artist, yeah.
Stevie Wonder.
Who?
Do you name what the fuck? Like I want to work with that guy.
Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I never got a chance to meet Marvin.
Rap artists, it wouldn't be a rap artist that I would be like Rakim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
aside from Rakim also, I know it just blow my mind.
Let me ask you this: how hard was it like fucking with Kilo by him being a totally different artist than everybody else?
With me, with Kilo, it was fun. It was funny and it was fun because he was just so. It's like the way the crew was, and then here he come like this ball of energy that was just nuts and never slept and just never writes words, just going there freestyling sessions at the same time. I'll never forget, man. We was in Doppler Studios and we were working on his album, and all of us, but I'm sorry, Cujo was there too. So he gonna say to us, "Hey man, if y'all don't do my album right, man, I'm gonna motherfucking kill y'all." Cujo said, "Oh yeah." Cujo went up and loud enough.
Is that right?
That's what I said. Kilo was just, we knew he was bullshit, but he was just that way. He was arrogant.
He sound like
he
Chip.
was silly. Yeah. He really
like
worse than Chip.
He's worse than.
Yeah, Chip cool. True. Chip way cool. Kilo is out of his mind back then, bro.
Shouts out to Kilo Ali.
Boy, he was, man, it was always something with him. Always. Like one time we was in there and Deborah Killen was gonna sing on the hook with him. Right. He gonna try to like, you know what I'm saying? Not step to her crazy, but try to say, no, don't sing like this, sing like this. Deborah looked at him, boy, Rico snapped on Kilo so goddamn hard, boy. Kilo, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, boy, he snapped.
Now, I think we all need to take a moment to say shout out to Deborah Killen.
Yeah, that's the voice. That's the voice of Atlanta.
Foundation.
That's the beautiful, that beautiful sound.
Which songs do they know her from?
Man, you should know her from every TLC song ever made. Yeah, everything. All the Outkast first album.
Everything.
All the Outkast shit.
All of it.
Waterfall, everything.
Everything.
Everything. When the hook sounds just crisp and full and beautiful, Deborah.
How important is it, Atlanta? Like, I know this podcast important. I know the Waterboys podcast important. What's my man Moss B's not educated? Ray Daniels is important. And
banking them.
Yeah, bank ultra important what they've been doing.
Shouts
out to Jay, Scream, Be Live. Oh yeah,
Beehive.
Yeah. Shouts out to Beehive.
Hot Tower.
Like, man, I think all these important because we need to keep telling our story our way.
Absolutely.
And thank you for saying that because you corrected me. You're absolutely right. There are some other podcasts. You're right.
Yeah.
That's really, especially Beehive, been doing it for a long time.
Great job of it too.
Yeah, he kills it.
I'm coming, Beehive.
Yeah,
what do you want to talk to you for?
I don't know he want to talk to me. I got some shit to tell you.
What you got to tell
him? Man, he gonna lie on all of us.
What's your favorite alcoholic beverage from the Gentleman Club?
Yeah, from the GC.
Well, back then it was
we going somewhere. We going somewhere with that.
Back then it was Hen and Sprite. Or
Hen and Sprite or Hen and Coke.
Yeah, it tastes like a cream soda.
And it went good with the ecstasy.
Yeah,
with the what?
The ecstasy I was on.
I was gonna say, what's your favorite, Drew?
Hey man,
back then it was ecstasy.
That was an amazing time, man.
Very amazing time.
Really fuck Sleepy Brown, the producer. Sleepy Brown rock star.
Yeah.
Hey man, look, that what Ray always say. Ray was like, nigga, you the rock star of the crew, cause you know what? Half of them stories it was bullshit, bro. Okay, I was partying my ass off. I sure was.
You sound like Rick James right now.
I ain't never stepped on nobody's goddamn couch, but when I stepped on the couch.
You sound like Rick James right now.
You know what I'm saying? But look, I had a great time, man. I was high. It was fun, bro. Cause look, what happened was
when I
had the red biz, I hooked up with my homie, man. He had some E, right? So, you know, my friend, I never really
E mean?
Ecstasy.
Whoa.
Okay.
Let's end this.
Man, fuck all that. He ain't got nothing to do with this. Ray was a good guy. I was the motherfucking rock star out of control. I ain't
You
gonna lie
was
to
the face. You was the face.
It's cool. I ain't got no problem with it.
Kind of, people knew Rick's name and all that, but you the like logo.
Well, that's only because So Fresh So Clean. But once that came out, everybody know what. But before then, like, you know what I'm saying? I had hooked up my homeboy. I ain't gonna give his name, but I hooked up my homeboy. He gave me like a bag full.
Oh my God.
Of candy.
Brown. In the bag before niggas
Not Coke candy.
Brown.
I'm saying ecstasy. I said no Coke. I said
I was just saying, like,
chill out, man. We grown, man. Fucking 55. Who gives a fuck?
Tell him then.
Look,
tell
man.
him.
So look at him, bro. So look at him.
Praise God.
Don't put him in there, bro. Don't like that.
He covered
So you know what I'm saying? I'm riding around Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing. I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Top back. You know, being summertime, looking great, everything wonderful. I walk up in the club because, you know, cops ain't know about the bag back then. You know, I had all the XC on the folk. So one night I went in that club, man. I got the whole club high, bro.
The whole club.
The whole club.
Try this.
I was giving them out, bro. I was giving they were calling me Candyman. Who can make the sun rise?
Oh my God.
Who can make your eyes?
Man, that's your boy whole son. Let me know something. Boy,
Hey man, let me tell you something,
You
bro.
were giving it for free.
Let me tell you something, boy. I had so much fun back there. I'm glad. I'm glad I don't do that. I'm glad I don't party like that no more because, bro, I'll be crazy.
So you guys have really had a rock like. It's been a real,
I have, bro, not him.
No, well, I'm just saying in general. This is it is much more exciting.
I'll take all that, bro. I did, bro.
I don't know if y'all saw.
I had look. I had the orgy with bitches down at the goddamn Swiss hotel. Goddamn. I had the motherfucking nigga. I was doing all threesomes every weekend. Nigga, I wasn't no joke. Nigga, red beans. Nigga, fat boy, red beans, top back. Nigga, I was cute. Nigga.
You had a hammer reel.
Yeah.
That what you want to hear? God damn it, I did it all.
Oh, it's something in your cup.
Hold on.
No, ain't no more. That's just good.
Hold on.
It was all in the room.
Oh, you didn't do it all, though.
Damn. Huh?
You didn't do it all, though.
What you mean?
Like no Diddy parties.
Hell no. I ain't on no gay shit.
All right.
No, go and get this straight.
I didn't say Diddy.
No. That shit, no. His parties are known to go both ways. Go on and get it out. Hey, man, I'm talking, bro. His parties are known to go both ways. That's just what it is. Sleepy don't go both ways. Sleepy don't go one way. One way straight. You feel what I'm talking about? Women.
You know Diddy gonna beat your ass when you get party.
Man, fuck, I'll beat that nigga ass. What you talking about, nigga? ATL, boy. I ain't scared no motherfucker about that. This being real, boy. Let me tell you something, boy.
When y'all gonna fight me?
I'll fight that nigga, man.
When y'all gonna fight him?
Yeah, so talk about that. Cause
there was
I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to fight that nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
Why?
Because he look, man. Like, okay, Diddy cool as fuck, man. No.
Puff that.
Diddy cool. He cool.
He is a cool
but
dude.
he was a little fucking arrogant. I ain't like that. I'm be true. And him and Rico always had this kind of like competition, but friendly competition. But Puff is cool, man. I'm gonna say it again. The brother cool. I hope he get out.
Man. Free Puff.
Yeah, all that, bro.
Shit.
But honestly, yeah, back then, I you know what I'm saying, we were in competition with each other because I felt like he was biting the shit out of us, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you this. Outkast Southern Playlist video, my nigga. The way, go look at that video, look at the way my boys wore their hats. Look at the way my boys, the way Dre wore that Kango, and the way Big Boy wore a hat to the side. Then go look at Puff, a Biggie video, when that nigga go to the bar and mush niggas in the face to get to the girl. He talking about cash, boy. We wasn't gonna hear that shit. So get what we did, get what we did. No. We wasn't gonna take that shit.
You gonna take up for Puff?
No. I mean, what do you mean by he took that from Cass? What do you mean?
Remember. Not that he took that part from Cass, but what Biggie did, bro. Cause look, we were doing that's when Outkast was popping. Biggie wasn't wearing Kangos and all that
for
shit,
sure,
bro.
Absolutely.
He was a hard nigga. He was party and
he was
bullshit.
Timberlands.
He was Timberland. He was a gutter nigga.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, he Kangoed out. He smooth as fuck.
He came down here and got some
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Puffy took it from us.
No, I thought you were saying that was a diss towards
That was a diss. That was he mushed him out the way. He mushed Outkast out. Go look at the video. He mushed him out the way.
What makes you
And then there's another part where he had a dude in the video that had a gap tooth, had the hair all permed up. He was trying to talk about rape. So guess what we did? Wait. So guess what we did? Wait, guess what we did?
What?
When Jermaine was having that video shoot for Brett, I'm gonna give it to you.
I'm gonna give it to you.
We walked right down there, all of the Dungeon family, and went right up on that bus, right on Puffy bus. And Biggie was sitting in the back smoking, and him and Buster was sitting next to each other. And we all walked up on there, and Biggie was like, "Reek, what's up, man? What going on?" Reek was like, "Nah, man, where your boy at? Your boy want to talk that?"
Ho, this is exclusive.
Yeah, I was like, God.
I never knew this. I never knew that. You saying when he pushed the dude with the perm and the gap, that was
you got it wrong.
That's what y'all felt.
No.
That's what I'm saying. So
when they're at the bar, it's these two little dudes, one with a Kango and one with a baseball cap, right?
Yeah.
Biggie walks up and says, "Mush them out the way." That's supposed to have been Cass he was talking about, bro. They're supposed to be Dre and Big. And then the other character, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Puffy, when he shot Players Ball, it was a picture of Keisha Kanita.
Related.
Keisha Kanita had a picture, a cartoon drawing of Rico from Six Flags. Puffy saw that shit and made that. He was trying to diss us on the side, but once we went to that video shoot and stepped to them bow ass.
Oh man, this news.
I just can't believe Puffy do something like that.
Wow, you are. And he was on Bad Boy, so you were with that shit.
He ain't know. He probably didn't even know.
How you know? He probably knew.
I'm just hearing this for the first time.
That nigga was on Bad Boy.
It was resolved.
It was resolved. But we just didn't like that because our whole thing was we felt like we were family almost. Cause when we had our album, we had our gold, was it gold or platinum? Our gold party for the first album. We they had Biggie. Yes, Biggie opened up. That's when him and Puffy got into it on stage. Biggie was like, "You just gonna keep rapping all my shit?" He said, "I'm trying to help your fat ass out."
He
said, "Oh, go ahead, go Puffy, go Puffy." He said, "I'm trying to help your fat ass out." Oh man, that's exactly what we said. So we felt like they were coming at us when we had showed nothing, showed them number love.
You know, this sounds like what's crazy is this sounds like freshman year of college.
Yeah.
It sounds like all of y'all are freshmen and sophomore. And it sounds more like two fraternities.
We went to LaFace University.
That's amazing, man.
It might be.
I mean, it was cool.
What have we lost in losing y'all class? Like, there was a class of businessman that was, to me, the connector between the creative and the corporate.
No, y'all done picked it up. The new y'all
cats
done picked it up.
Y'all
because we dinosaurs. We coming from an age of dinosaurs and Cro-Magnons and shit like that, where niggas is doing shit with stone and bones.
Yeah.
Y'all in the digital age, so y'all already have the leg up. You gotta remember, like, before hip hop was on the radio every day, it was a side product. It was a late night thing.
Afterthought, yeah.
Right. And then it becomes the front street, and then it becomes all day.
Yeah.
So in a place where it's all day, you guys got the power now. You know what I mean? Even the generation under you, they're not thinking the way we were thinking. Like, for us, MTV was a highlight. The Grammys is a highlight. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a highlight. To these guys, that's not a highlight. The highlight is bigger than that. It's on some Elon Musk type shit.
Yeah. You building,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're trying to control the world in a different way.
Yeah.
The aspect that they see is global. It ain't regional. We thinking regional. Yeah, they thinking global, man. They thinking billionaire. We thinking millionaire.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Did you guys understand the impact that you had on the world, and when did you understand the impact that you had on the world? Not the United States, like the world. Or is that still even what's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Was that it? Okay.
For me, it was a tour.
When I see Flea crying because these guys are accepting an award on the stage and the whole DF is behind him, that's wow. Yeah. Because we some niggas that's just from Atlanta, man.
We never thought.
We some niggas that's just doing what we want to do at a high level. You know what I mean? Then we fucking get saluted and congratulated by the people that we looked up to.
Yeah, we looked up to.
You know what I mean? Stevie Wonder was there in the crowd.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's awesome.
You think they was on ecstasy?
Then they was on exit now.
Them old cats.
They remember back in the day when I was on exit.
You think Stevie can see what was going on? You think
you an asshole, folks. Let's say that, bro.
So that's absolutely amazing that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was that eye-opening for what you guys had accomplished. And for us, for me, being a part of Bad Boy and living in New York, like seeing the fight of hearing Outkast maybe on Friday night on the radio, maybe, you know what I mean, to growing to the second album, the third album, and
Fourth
then
album.
the fourth album. And then it was like,
Fifth
we hearing
album.
Outkast 5 times a day on New York radio.
3 generations.
And yeah, they be front and act like they ain't listening to that shit. But
3
you gotta,
generations. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah,
that's what,
it is.
That's what anybody want to do at this point is have 3 generations of impact, man. Come on,
And
man.
like I said, it ain't but
3 decades.
number 12,
3
13 rappers in the
generations.
Rock and Roll,
3 generations.
in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
He was
12,
like
13.
14.
Our generation.
Yeah.
First.
Something like that.
That ain't
You know,
rock
they
sit
would
around
have
long, you know what I
Hold
mean?
on
Hold on
our
one second.
generation.
Let me
You know
go
what I mean?
ahead.
We would've, Outkast was the spokesman for the generation that was older than them, first of all. They're 17. The rest of us was at least 20 or 25.
25, yeah, you're right.
You dig what I'm saying? So first it was that. And then for the Goodie Mob to come from that. And then the mob even more personify our generation. You dig what I'm saying? And then for them guys to come back and personify their generation older. And then to keep doing it. That's why I say it's 3 generations, man, because they got kids. I got kids that's 30-something years old. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, one of your kids is my attorney.
You know what I mean? That's the thing,
awesome.
man.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
You know what was amazing though? Like me first coming on doing the shows, how we was doing all the colleges first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they would group us with like the Tribe Called Quest and Buster. Like then all of a sudden, it's us fucking number like alternative white groups.
Yeah.
Like it just
Oh, so that's how that happened?
no more, yeah, like no more rap shit. Like, and I started doing festivals with fucking
Incubus,
Hall and Oates,
Incubus,
and
yeah.
the Movies and shit.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't,
It showed
it just
you, I
wasn't no
remember
more
that.
rap shit
That's what
no
I'm
more.
saying.
Like I'll be like, damn.
And that's the music evolving too. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
The
like-
artistry evolving in the music.
yeah, because
Same
when
thing
I
with
was,
you,
because when I was, yeah,
With Killer, that's what I'm saying. Like your shit evolved like that. You know what I mean? Like from where you started from.
Yeah.
To really have to, and this is a salute to you. I'm gonna give you some flowers on this one.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you got the curse of, you came in with the curse of a Grammy on the first bat,
Yeah.
which seems undeserved.
we're talking about the whole world.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yes. And then you fight to get recognition, to get respected and received as just a MC, not as a fluke, not as an add-on, but as a real person.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You feel me? And then you create a new group.
Yeah.
That keeps the same originality, the same format and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you bust that out and have your own energy.
Yeah.
Now, what make you one of the best out of DF is the ability to stay street and be able to articulate yourself. This is where a lot of us have lost some of our stature in the game. You know what I mean? Because motherfuckers be too bound to slang and not bound to understand
that's a
and
good
not
point.
and not trying to help somebody know something. You got a lot of white friends, cool. You don't have a lot of white friends, that's cool. The point is that you want to have new friends. You want to be able to have new conversations to grow. Your ability to connect things that people didn't even think need to be connected is what I'm talking about.
I
right now.
appreciate you, OG. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the fly shit.
You finally did something good, boy. Bear pointed this out on the last episode. Like, does that have to do with like some of the media training and maybe like the A&Rs and that kind of shit?
I think it's Atlanta.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as the artists not being able to articulate themselves and
I think that's Atlanta. I think that
Really?
you got two kinds of Atlanta. You got one kind of Atlanta that is bound to being whatever the fuck it
Bound,
was.
meaning tied to
Right.
it.
And
We'll
then
never
there's,
let it
there's
go.
always a progressive Atlanta that's always trying to redefine what the fuck we are.
that's what they say about Budapest. One place like that, Buddha is like
Yeah.
that, and across the river.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I would
You're not-
encourage
got
Atlanta
old
to
town
stay Atlanta,
mindset.
though. You know, I would encourage you to stay a town of black folk.
That's changing
Yeah,
and
that's
evolving.
evolving,
That's not bound
yeah.
by what it was.
Yep.
Hold on to your guns.
Yeah, but don't forget who you were. But you don't have to
Yeah.
hold on to it. My grandfather told the young man, 20, 25 years, the city changed.
Right?
That's what happened. It changed. Hey, man, I can't help it, y'all. Let me tell you something. Let me give y'all a message. Y'all niggas out there who ain't have no daddies. I'm sorry.
You got two
I'm
daddies.
sorry. I got two. I told you, cause
Hey, I would kill him, man.
But y'all niggas who ain't got no daddies, no uncles, or who mama that have no coochie good enough to keep a nigga around, take y'all fishing.
Damn.
I'm sorry. But nigga, I'm gonna put over my grandpa.
I'm laughing because we can't do every episode about your goddamn grandparents.
Well, we'll talk to Joe. We'll talk about you. We'll talk about your arts. Hold on.
In it.
Hey, man, I love Josiah. Thank God for Josiah Seal for putting him talk. He couldn't talk his mom out of pair of Jordan. Joe talked out of draw. I'm just saying this here. I'm going to reference the folk who taught me because I didn't have to read it. Y'all niggas don't get mad at these niggas. Well, you know it's me.
I like that you got two dads. You the first one with an SUV and three motorhomes. Like you grew up a pretty good middle class time. But you talking that street shit, but like you grew up with cable satellites and shit.
We did not have cable.
Yeah. So when did you first do ecstasy? When did you first do ecstasy?
I got signs of Dungeon.
And speaking of which,
I went to club.
My weed count low, so I think this interview over.
Hey man, I want to say, I just want to invoke, man, the memory of Rico Wade. Just man,
absolutely.
Again, I felt compelled on Michael to have Rico be what I heard in my head as the voice of Atlanta, and I am so glad that I did not procrastinate, I did not wait, and I was insistent about getting him on that album.
I want to thank you for that too, man,
Yeah,
because that
man.
came at a time where, I'm gonna say this, man, like it was a time where Reek was really feeling like nobody really fucked with him, man.
Really?
And yes,
Damn,
because you gotta understand, Rico was the voice of the Dungeon family.
Exactly.
Okay, and over time by us getting blackballed, because we did for years.
Oh, you got to explain that real quick.
I can't really explain that
Okay.
because
We'll do that for part
you know
two.
what I mean. But it was a time where we were really going through it, bro, and he just stopped believing. So I'm sad that he's gone, but it's good to see because he knew how people love him. He just thought, it was at a time nobody really thought nobody really messed with him.
So I could see that in his eyes. And I'm a West Side nigga,
Yeah,
man.
you can see it in him.
And Lord knows, like, if you ask people from Atlanta, they'll tell you, West Side people special people. We very proud. It can be perceived damn near as arrogance. We don't always take advice well, but man, if we respect you, it ain't a room that you're going to be talked about in, that it won't be co-signed if it's good or challenged if it's bad. So with Rico Wade, I had to show the world. And showing who I am, I had to show the world. We had the coolest motherfuckers in the world. I had to show the world. Atlanta didn't have to follow nobody. And Rico didn't even understand at first my compulsion with him. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, no matter what you thought about me being hard-headed, OG, at different times, man, I respect you so much that it's not going to work no other way. You know what I'm saying? So I remember having him come down to, we did it in Tip Studio, and he was like, man, I don't really know what you're looking for. And I'm like, Reed, all you gotta do is talk.
I
don't give a fuck. You don't have to try. You don't have to try. And man, when I walked out of that night, I knew I had done something special. But the fact that he got to see it, the fact that the Hawks game acknowledged him, the fact, all that shit mattered so much to me because what you three did together, but what he had to do was the point of the spear made a way for me. I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean?
He was so good at telling you and did it in such a brilliant way. That ain't right. He was good at it,
man,
but he did it so cool, but he did it.
Nah, but he was way more harder with Outkast, bro. Like, I don't even think some guys would have survived the way he treated them.
No, nobody would have.
And the way that they could sit there and we'll all be in there. He'd be like, all right, let me hear your verse. Dre do his verse. He'll like it, whatever. Maybe sometime he won't. Man, Big might start doing here, bro. He'll just look at Keisha. Man, go give me some Kool-Aid. Like, just cut Big off. You know what I mean? And I used to feel so bad, but I understood it. That's why Big finds like
created one of the
coldest,
greatest pattern rappers
that's what I'm saying.
I have ever heard.
And I know a lot of guys
life.
wouldn't be able to take that because we put them. It's not like we put them through the ringer, but we definitely trained them. Them boys had to run the neighborhood and say their verses. We used to have them like boot camp, bro.
Artist development.
So
that's what's missing.
The legacy essentially that he leaves is that and Goodie and y'all and this sound of Atlanta. To me, I hear kids like JID and Kenny Mason. I'm just a kid. Murphy, I'm forgetting this other kid's name, but they aspire to it, and I love that. I see the influence on a Tyler or Kendrick. I love it. What is the legacy going forward? Because I'm back in now. I'm about to make another Michael. And you better, I've been calling Ray aggravating shit out of him. Like, hey, you in, OG?
Got something over there?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to being a part of that legacy going forward. But where is it going forward? Where would y'all want it to go? Is it anything or anyone or any, what spectacles y'all like to see out of this city?
I just want to hear great music, man. I just want us to get back into like really preparing an album and making it special. Make sure every song is right. Make sure the shit cut right. I wanted to go back to that. You know what I mean?
So was it better when we had? So everybody was crying about the hip hop top 40 and we weren't in it. Right. But man, I loved when there was underground rap, both Southern and Northern regional and West Coast. There was this neo soul movement going on, and that was just this. That was the commercial rap that still fuck with that. Like, do we as black music need to get back to kind of that?
Yeah, we need to get back to the underground, bubble up something new. Even though it's gonna either be a new way of hip hop, a new way of R&B, whatever it is, just go back in there and let that grow.
So that means going back to your clubs on Campbellton, or developing your That means a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, Ray. Why you think that was like one of those raps in the top 40 or whatever? Like, why you think?
Because niggas is biting and copying
too much.
Niggas just stop copying and be your own shit. Stop trying to be what Stop trying to be a better version of something that's already here.
That's why Killer won goddamn the Grammy, because it was different. It wasn't that same old.
That's why it didn't matter.
I get it though.
That's why it didn't matter if he won the
want.
Grammy, and that's why he won the Grammy. Because it is totally not in the format of the Grammys to give it to this guy for that album. That shit didn't have nothing that the people on the radio wanted to play. It was about what the fucking people wanted to hear.
For sure.
And what the people wanted to hear is not what the fuck they playing on the radio all the time.
Because the radio is purely going off of analytics.
Man,
they have no idea what the pulse of the people is. They have no idea what we feel. They can only calculate what's already been done. They can't anticipate.
It's about what happens, not what's happening.
Why so much copycat, you think? Like, why?
That's just the way
it's the formula.
Because they don't have access to these OGs, and they have a lot of fear and doubt in doing anything that's natural to them.
No, I don't think that's it. I know disrespect to it.
Second part, what he said.
I think that it's just so much material out that it gets lost. That's all.
So there are some that are doing it.
It's a lot of people doing a lot of it. It's 50.
But do you agree with me on this? Do you think it's easier to make records?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As far as recording, yes.
And don't you think, I think that got a lot to do with it too.
It does.
You don't have
because anybody can.
You know, it felt like back in the day, it felt like a fraternity. You know what I'm saying? You had to have a certain skill to know what the fuck you're doing. Because when you walk in that studio and you smell all that wood and you see that big ass board and that fucking reel sitting over in the corner,
Like,
you know you ain't got time to waste.
So
At
when
the
you say
crib, on
feel
your
like
computer, you can fuck around.
when you say feel like a fraternity, you mean the hazing process of you had to earn the right to get in that booth.
Earn the right and
to get in that booth.
Right, and you couldn't fuck around.
You couldn't fuck around.
You were on label money time. So don't go in there and bullshit for 4 hours.
How long did it take to make a song? How long did it take to make the song back then on them reel to reel?
I'm gonna tell you what's funny. I remember the guys used to get mad at me because that's when we first found out that you could fly the hook. But back then,
that was a process
they had
too.
this little fucking machine that linked both of the reels together, and they had to know the numbers so that shit can run together.
Yeah.
They used to get so mad with me because the fly hooks took an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, on the reels. Like, I miss the reels, but at the same time, it is faster.
And then we started using the EMP to fly the reel, to fly.
Yeah, to fly the hooks, yeah.
We run it into the EMP and fly back.
But it might take a week or two to finish one song.
Okay, we're nerding the fuck out now.
Okay,
I'm sure the audience is going to sleep. I'd like to thank the prestigious man, 2/3 of the trifecta organized Noize. You have watched Conversate with Killer Mike and these two bozos. We'll be back next week. I love you all, and I pray that you guys listen to more organized Noize, not less. Rest in peace,
God is the greatest.
Rico Wade,
God is the greatest.
Uncle Moody.
Dope shit.
That was dope shit.
Oh, man. My name's Michael Render. They call me Killer Mike, and this is Conversate. I just want to conversate. I just want to conversate with you. I want to convert. Conversate. Conversate's not a real word, but I encourage questioning. I want to encourage thought. I want to conversate. I want to have discussions with people that I may not agree with or that I may not understand and try to gain perspective. I think we all should be doing that. We all should be in talk. You know, we all should be in a constant state of talking, because that's what precedes organizing and mobilizing and revolutionizing and changing things. I believe in the power of conversation. I believe in Conversate. So I'm here to talk. I'm here to talk, and I'm here to listen and learn. And I'm here to have people impress upon me different ways and thoughts and mentality. I believe in conversation. I believe in jive, talking, and rapping. What they call it. I'm a rapper. I'm rapping. But before rappers were rapping over beats for money, I want to exchange some respect with one another. You know. So we're gonna conversate. We're gonna check it out. Yeah. Conversate with Killer Mike. Killer Mike. Hey y'all got a question for my crew? You want to talk to me, Bear Swift, or anybody and ask them something? I want you to come check us out at conversatewithkillermike@gmail.com. Send your questions in, send your thoughts and concerns, and we're going to make sure we get them up online, whether we discussed, talked about, and hey, we even might invite you on the show. Let's conversate.